the beginning, it was really frustrating. All I would see was black, and he was talking about seeing things, and I didn't see anything. Nothing was happening, actually, except for some pressure in my...
How did you make a decision to go into the second 5-day class?
Okay, mostly it was because I thought, I'm here. It's an amazing opportunity, and I was sitting on the sidelines. I was letting it pass me by. And so I really looked at why I was doing it, realized I was afraid of failing, realized I was letting the frustration stop me from going on.
So you came to basically the 7th day, or the last 4 days of the second 5-day training. How was that?
That was interesting because it started, the first night was actually very good. I saw lines, and it was a euphoric feeling with my eyes closed.
So with your eyes closed?
Yeah, I saw lines.
You saw lines?
Yes.
So what does what does lines mean?
It was hard to make sense of it first.
Like you drew lines? Like what lines?
No, when I closed my eyes, I actually perceived white lines, thin white lines. And
lines on a wall, or like on a computer, or on a sheet?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. We were looking at sheets, and I saw thin white lines. And then there was another process I had to do, because it was accepting that I saw them, and then it was making sense of them. For instance, this was another frustrating part, I would be putting my finger where I felt the line was, and I would be off. My partner would have to keep correcting me.
What did it mean to you to actually go and actually see with your eyes closed?
Incredible feeling, a little bit surreal, but opened up a whole possibility to that I could do more.
So yeah, it was like it was a card, and it has colors on it, and it was like a yellow triangle, and I was tracing it, and then as I continued to trace it, my hand it started to light up in my finger, and I was like, wow, this is so interesting. I can't believe is this happening. And then I saw the whole triangle, and then I saw the colors. I put them in order, and then I just looked around and I could see everything.
How many days have you been? How many days have you been?
12.
12 days, 12, 13 days, 12, 13 classes.
Yeah.
And so today is the first time that...
Yeah, but it was like nothing. I remember at one point I was doing shape. I could see the shapes go shape to shape. And then in the beginning it was difficult. Even today it was hard.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like with the colors, it's just like, I'm just open.
And what kind of light, what is there like?
I saw my hand first. It was like a bright white light. And then the color started to come, and then it normalized, and then everything lit up. And then it was in color.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Denisov. Thank you, Marina. Can you talk about your frustrations? Did you have any frustrations at all? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, yesterday I was, I started to think when I was working yesterday, I was like, man, this is so difficult. And then I couldn't see, and I got really upset. I was like, man, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if it's for me. I talked with people and they gave up. So that brought fears for me. And I was like, man, I'm wasting my time yesterday because I was so tired. And I thought I was wasting time. So I was like, this won't work. And then multiple times I had a lot of frustration.
Did you ever think about giving up and just stopping altogether?
Yeah.
How did you overcome that?
Just believing, just going through it, going empty. The state is there's no fear.
Okay, Callie, can you give us kind of an accounting of just what happened today? This is the 4th week. This is the first day of the 4th week, and I know that you've been frustrated with seeing. So can you describe to us basically what's going on?
Okay, so we started out with these figures.
Okay.
And he had me just point to them and say what they were, and I started circling and both saying what it is, but also still tracing them. And as we went through it, first off, he had me adjust my beam. Nikolay had said to me that I was actually looking remote up, relying on that. So he could see where my beam was focused. I didn't know that, so I asked him to show me, and he had me direct exactly, and he said, okay, stop. your beam is now right on the figure. So I'm focusing on it, and as he had me, he'd say, okay, your beam's focused, your beam's focused, your beam's focused. So as he's telling me that, I'm getting better at knowing what these figures are without even, as we're going through, without even tracing them. And he says, so how do you see that? And I'm going, well, I don't really know. He says, well, you're seeing them. You just don't know that you're seeing it. So he said, try this. So he said, focus on a figure and do, it's like, I call it like a photo shoot. It's kind of like you trace it, you know, with eyes open, that you can see it. This is a triangle. Yes, I'm seeing a triangle. Then I close my eyes, seeing a triangle. It's like convincing myself that I am seeing, because somewhere I'm not connecting that what I'm doing, that I'm actually seeing. So I just kept tracing and tracing and going over all these figures, and I'd look at it, trace it, and then I'd close my eyes, and then I'd trace it, and then I'd look at it and trace it. Well, eventually, these start lighting up. It's kind of like, it's like a reversed, an imprint on a photograph. It's just, it's light all the way around these, and then it rippled all the way across the page that I could all of a sudden see.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
I couldn't hold it, but I could see all you know, if I went like this, and then I went like that, looked at it, and then crossed it again. Now, you know, I could see the outline of the figures. So then I just started going through, keep going. I kept doing it. Tried to have me stop to rest, and I went, no, I still want to do this because it's fun. It's just fun.
How does it feel? How does it feel to like to experience those frustrations and then today to actually see for the first time?
He told me that I was close. I asked him yesterday or 2 days ago. I said, if I stay and keep working on this, can I get this? I want to know I want to get it. I don't want to leave until I get this.
Yeah.
And he says, I think you're close. I think you're close. Then I said, I want to do letters. So he pulled this out for me.
Okay.
And what changed is when I did the letters, he asked me, what do you see? And I said, well, the letters are actually not like reverse, like a negative, that's what I was looking for, a negative. They were more dark. They're more like a dark figure. And Nikolay said that that's like tuning more, that actually you should see it eventually exactly as it is. Just like I should be able to see, I asked about the mirror and the, you know, will it look exactly like that when I can see it on? He says, oh yes, you'll actually see yourself in the mirror. I can't wait to see that. So yeah, so I'm just using, I went through this whole page here using the same thing of looking at it, tracing it, closing my eyes, then seeing it. And that's what allows me to kind of bring it forth to see.
And what would you say to anyone going through the class, considering the class or even going through the class and considering going to the next day, will today or tomorrow be a better day?
Persevere, do it. Like, it works. I kiss this guy, I love him.